All right. Let's try this now. Gotta love scheduling conflicts. They are so freaking wonderful. And look at that. I forgot to do the captions. Let's get those knocked out, shall we? There we go. And we are fantastically good now. Now, journal, what do we got? We've got achievements, quests, 14, 19, 13, 17, Jesus, we've got quite a bit that we still need to get knocked out, looks like. We're working on them. Hey, Curse, welcome in. Things are hopefully getting better. I went to go live, and the sound stopped coming through my headset, so then I had to reset OBS. Got that fixed, went live, and then my my medical marijuana doctor called me to renew my prescription. Well, I had just gone live the second time, so I was like, okay. So now we're on the third time. So hopefully this one we're able to stay long and actually do a proper stream. I don't anticipate any more interruptions, in theory. But how you doing? Welcome in. And man, 278, 22 away. 22 away. Man, I am so tempted to just like say screw it and go do Necromancer. 22. Okay, I wonder what happened. Yeah. Yep. It was a tech issue, and then it was a doctor issue. Oh. Also, so yes, what was it? Yesterday or the day before, whenever we did the Fallout New Vegas bit. What ended up happening when it crashed like that at the end of the stream, I went to turn it back on after the stream to make sure like everything saved, or at least get us caught back up to where we were. And it ended up deleting a portion of the progress and losing a portion of the progress entirely. It didn't acknowledge that I had even talked to Doc Mitchell to create my character. However, I was in the Lucky 38 casino, but the Lucky 38 casino's outside doors were locked, and like half my markers that I had uncovered were missing, and all of the upgrades that I had done to the suite were missing. Some of the snow globes weren't spawned in. Like, yeah, it was awful. So, needless to say, I had to remove some mods. I've got some new mods, but they don't seem to work either. So, kind of given up on New Vegas until I can figure out how to do the modding thing, because as it stands, the game's not stable enough to play. And I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. And I'm 99% sure that it's me. It's operator error. It's just that I'm not familiar and comfortable enough with computer tech yet to know what I'm doing wrong. But I'm pretty sure that I'm doing something wrong that's causing it. I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm doing good, just looking into getting Expedition 33. Tell me about Expedition 33. I've seen it advertised as Expedition 33, but that's about the extent. Like, I haven't seen any trailers or anything like that. So tell me about it.
Turns out that almost everyone in town thinks Pascal's been acting strange, even the guards. Did you find anything that explains his behavior?
Oh, and I took my one of my daughters to get boot shopping yesterday. and we got her a pair of Doc Marten boots that are 8-hole Doc Marten boots. They have 8 lace holes on each side. And I got her because her favorite color is you'll see Pixie Aquatica bring her up on occasion. Wolfborn is the name that she uses. That's her gamer name. But yeah, she ended up, her favorite color is purple. Like her legit favorite color before the Scareborne stuff was purple. So we ended up finding purple laces. So she's got these black 8-hole Doc Marten boots now with her purple laces. And it's like a lilac purple, so it's like a soft purple. It looks really, really good. A new RPG game looks cool. Not see much about it, only a trailer, but it looks like my kind of game. You know what? Let's take a look. Loon character. Release date. Okay. So let's is it just a PlayStation game? Guess they only did the gameplay trailer on IDA Xbox, 6 minutes. All right. Let's just see PS5 games I get. No, there we go. No. God damn. I really wish there was just like a simple fucking trailer. They are all just like specific trailers. Just like show me the standard goddamn trailer. I don't care about the character if I don't know about the game. I don't care about the final preview if you haven't shown me the basic game. I don't care about a release date if you haven't shown me the damn game. I don't care about a first look at real turn-based 12-minute fucking video if you haven't shown me the basic game. This is a PS5 game preview, which doesn't tell me anything about Xbox game preview capabilities because we know that they perform way fucking different. So again, just give me a goddamn basic trailer.
Soon she'll wake and paint again. Paint a new number, ticking down every year. One stroke, and everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again, and every year an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We are Expedition 33.
Did I see that correctly? Is this a turn-based RPG? So like old school Final Fantasy, right? Is that my understanding of what I just watched? Yep. It is what I just watched. Okay. Well. Damn. That's unfortunate. Cause it looked like a cool concept of a story, but then it's just like she's painting down. So if she goes through, if she's at 33 now. Next year will be 32 and then 31, right? Right. So what happens when she reaches 0? Does she just like stop painting because she ran out of numbers? Does that mean people just stop dying? So you only got to put up with this shit for 33 years? I mean, like, I kind of wish it wasn't turn-based. I wish that was a toggable feature. I really just don't like turn-based. It's part of the reason I never got into the Final Fantasy games until like 15. Because fucking turn-based. It seems like a really cool story, though. That's one of those I'm going to have to watch somebody else do it. Or just, like, watch a summary of the story. Just because, like, the story seems really cool. And I've got questions. Like, does she just stop painting at 33? Like, in 33 years, will she just be done painting? So, like, nobody actually has to go fuck with her? Because, I mean, at a certain point, you can just, like, start predicting that as a society just to, like, not have anyone be those ages anymore. That's an option. It would take
Turns out that
serious
almost
planning.
Everyone in town thinks Pascal's been acting strange. Even the guards. Did you find anything that explains his behavior? Oh, my poor little Pascal.
22
What a
more
mess
levels.
you've made.
22.
One thing's for sure. We need to put an end to all these wicked accusations he's been making.
Well, the only way to do that is to put him to bed, remove authority, and lock him in place. You know, like actually tie him in restraints to a bed in a locked fucking room until we can figure out how to break Vermina's curse and hold over him and this area, because he's not the only one having these nightmares that they've been talking about that's making him delusionally paranoid. You know, I was looking at the lore of this again. And I'm not gonna lie, there's only one point for the Daggerfall Covenant that I am not okay with. Everything else makes sense. It's well written. It's good lore. It tracks. Except for King Emmerich acting like a fucking child when the three factions meet. That's the only thing that doesn't fit. And if you look at everything that King Emmerich is, like his lore, his entire lore as a character that exists in Elder Scrolls universe, period. Because he's like one of the most powerful and greatest Breton kings that have ever existed. There's no reason he would act like a fucking petty child at the meeting and immediately go to name calling everybody. And the reason why is because, like, do you know how he got the orcs to side with them? Diplomacy. Do you know how he got the Red Guard to side with them? Diplomacy. Like, he is very good at what he does, so it makes no sense that he acts like a petulant child at the most important meeting that he'll ever have in his entire life. If it wasn't for that one interaction, they would be the best choice overall. And the reason for that is because they're very blatantly upfront about what they want and what they're doing. They only want a bigger crown and a bigger castle and more power. They don't give a fuck about anything else. They're cool. They're honest about it. The Dominion, they think it's their job to protect the younger races, so they have to have the power to do so. Which is pretty goddamn arrogant. But the Queen RN is the only one that actually understands the gravity of the situation and works together with everybody and encourages diplomacy, while everyone else degrades down into name-calling. An Ebonheart Pact shouldn't exist. If it wasn't for the fact that Bethesda and ZeniMax needed a third faction for the Three Banners War, Ebonheart Pact wouldn't exist. So, they're not even in the conversation. I was thinking about the sets for a PvP build in Necro, and I'm planning on changing to a tank to thinking of running Serpent's Disdain set from High Isle. I'm not sure what to pair it with. Let me get through this dialogue and we will look.
Indeed. As I said, even the town guards knew something was amiss. I told them to be ready. I suppose Pascal will probably have to be restrained. Oh well. Best thing for unpleasant work is just to get it over with. Let's go.
That's right. It's the delay that creates anxiety, and the anxiety is what causes the problems. All right, so you said High Isle. Okay. It's just not a DLC, so it's not a... Is it in a dungeon? Yeah, where in High Isle is it located? It might be a crafted set. It'll be in summary. You know what? I'll just find it over here. All right, let's see here. Reference point, and then from my reference point, I can go from there. Serpent's Disdain, craftable, High Isle. Maximum stamina, maximum health, maximum magicka. Increase the duration of status effects you apply by 16 seconds. So status effects by 16 seconds. That's what you're looking to see what you can pair with, right? See what you can... So 16, is that what you're looking to see? Like what status effect would benefit heavily as a PvP tank for the 16 seconds? Is that what you're looking for?
What do you want?
Oh, my aching neck. I haven't been this sore in years. Oh, but freedom sure does feel good. This situation was more dangerous than I realized. You went way beyond the call of duty here, friend. I can't adequately express my gratitude. Not as
So
glad
so far
I
as
am,
that
believe
the...
me. It seems I'll need to take over security here in the village. And with those slavers out there, I need to get busy. First, though, I'm gonna see if someone around here can give me a massage.
Are you going to allow this?
As an extra 16 seconds on top of the 4 seconds. On the 4 seconds for what? Okay, so is Serpent's Disdain, are you going to be pairing it with any things that you already have? Or is it just you're starting with Serpent's Disdain and you're looking at what you can do with it?
The villagers
And what's
may
the
not
other
realize
4
it, but
seconds?
You saved this town from crumbling into chaos. I mentioned before that I came from Alcair Castle. The situation there is critical, and I think you might be able to make a difference.
Yeah, because I don't... He said... Yeah, 16 seconds on top of the 4 seconds. So yeah... Yeah, let's see here. So, everyone can see. This is the set we're looking at here. I wish I knew how to, like, zoom in on a computer. Okay, so anyways, increase the duration. Yeah, and it's a craftable. Light armor, heavy armor, medium armor, jewels, weapons, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So yeah, you saying on top of the 4 seconds, what is the thing for the 4 seconds that is on top of? And then, okay, I'm starting with Serpent's Disdain, but when you apply a status effects, it's a 4-second status effect and will be... So, okay, I understand what you're saying. Because that's a debuff. Wouldn't it be any status effect, though? And if it's any status effect, that would vary on that 4 second. It would be greater than 4 seconds on some of them. Because, like, my Abyssal, for example, just as an example here, my Tentacular Dread here, right? This, it says right here, marked with Abyssal ink for 20 seconds. That's an effect taking place. Every sex effect is 4 seconds with serpents. There's. I'm gonna have to test that because I feel like I'm doing more than it says that I'm doing more. It says that it says that it's 20 seconds. So because like there is yeah, it says it's the look, he's got the status effect on him and it's greater than 4 seconds. The shock is only lasting 1 second. Yeah. My shock doesn't even last 4 seconds. So, if you have an effect that applies that lasts longer than 4 seconds, right? Then 16 seconds could be significantly greater, but I'm definitely not having a single thing that I do have a 4-second timer on it. So if your chill says that it only lasts 4 seconds, then yes. But if you're doing other things, then you should be able to increase based on whatever that minimum is. So, and you're wanting to do chill? Well, the first question you have to ask, the very first, before we do anything else, before we look at anything else, what is the meta right now? What is the PvP meta set? What does it do? Because whatever it does, whatever the meta is, that's going to be the primary that you're going to be running against. And if that's the primary you're running against, you need to actually create a build to counter that specific thing. If you're wanting to go that route. That's actually where you first start when it comes to PvP sets, because it's not a PvE thing where it's like, well, I can make it work in most situations or whatever. It's most players will fall that are highly competitive players, which are the people you're going to run into in PvP land, are going to be running a meta. And that meta is going to be everywhere on the fucking internet. So what you need to do is look at that meta and then look at the skill rotation that most people are using for whatever the primary classes are that you're dealing with. And then figure out something that counters both of those things. Like, for example, if everyone's running impenetrable, crit damage probably doesn't do shit. Right? So, like, don't do a crit build. But it's one of those, like, you have to look at what the metas are, what the people are using, and then do something to create a counter to it. But you have to look at it as a whole, not just an individual piece. Hey, Pixie Aquatica. Welcome in, welcome in. In a sense, everyone seems to be using his serpents the same, but what are they pairing it with? That's the question. What are they pairing it with? And then, what is the meta abilities that are being popped in rotation? Because that'll also be a thing that exists. If you can find those two pieces of information, the meta full sets and the meta spell rotations or ability rotations, you can create counters to them. Thank you for doing that shout out. Yeah, if you guys haven't done so already, do me a favor. Click on Pixie Aquatica's link there and go check her out. She is she's my fiance, and she is streaming Witcher 3 currently. She's pretty close to hitting 50 followers on Twitch. And when she hits 50 followers, she'll be doing Skyrim for the first time ever. She's never played it. She has no experience with it. And she enjoys viewers coming in to help with backseating, you know, like helping tell her where to go, what to do, giving her hints, tips, and tricks. Of course, always without spoilers. Yeah, make sure you guys are checking her out. Go and hit those follow buttons. It's free. Yep, that's what I'm trying to find out more. I research more. My brain hurts because everyone uses different things with different classes. Well, first, what is the primary PvP tank? What is the primary PvP DPS? And what is the primary PvP healer / support? What is the most common one in each one of those categories? Then ignore the rest of the classes. Just look at those three. The top one in each category roll. What is the meta rotation for that? What is the meta build for that? Now figure out something that counters all three off of a single build. Because the thing is most human beings want to be led. They want to be taught. They want to be shown what to do and just follow the instructions. Why? Because it's easier than taking accountability or responsibility for your own decision making. Why do that when somebody else has done the work and they can just tell me, and then if I suck, it's not my fault, it's their fault because their build sucked. See? So that's why most people follow those types of metas. So as a result, as long as you can take care of the top three that everyone's saying are the best right now, best in slot, best class and role, right? As long as you can figure out those three things, you're good. Ignore everyone else. Yeah, there's going to be people that'll never change. There'll be people that are using old builds that they are just super familiar, super comfortable with. The reality is most people are going to change to their build to match whatever the current meta is. So as long as you can just keep up with that, it doesn't fucking matter about the rest of them. Because as long as you can take out the base majority, you're solid. That's it. Everyone in Cyrodiil is mostly a Nightblade. So there you go. So figure out how to counter the Nightblade. Figure out what the meta for the Nightblade is, and how do you counter it. Cool. Now, what's the meta for the tank? Is it a Necromancer? Or is it the Dragon Knight? And then healer, that's probably what? Warden, I would guess. Warden's got some serious fucking heals, man. But an Arcanist healer is actually pretty dope too. So yeah. So you got your Nightblade, that's your DPS. So you just got to figure out what the meta class is for tank and healing. Which I'm not up to date on PvP stuff. This dude sucks as a messenger. So, like, he failed to deliver the message here, telling them that we were coming. And then before that, when we rescued him, he had failed to deliver the message that the Knight of the Flame was coming. So, like, this is twice now that he has decided to do his own damn thing and failed to deliver his messages. Hey, and we're calling him out on it. Nice. This is the second message you forgot to deliver. Yeah, you're a terrible messenger, dude. Bro, you're a Breton. You guys literally have a saying about go out and find a hill and declare yourself a king. Just go find a fucking hill. You can make yourself important. That's how Breton society works, big dog. I need to fix my volume here. Oh, I totally forgot to change the... I totally forgot to change the sound over. There we go. The sound will be better now. There we go. My apologies. I would be curious to find out. If you do find out, Curse, what the meta class is for tanking and the meta class is for healing over there, I'd be interested in hearing what they are. You know, we have found, and the people are calling, they keep saying different kings' names here, and I was pretty sure that King Emmerich ran the show.
You're welcome to Alcair
And we have
Castle.
yet to run into him.
I'm sure you noticed King Faharajad's army camped outside our walls, so you can understand why Duke Nathaniel is not entertaining guests. I should hope you're not. Don't hear that too often, but it's most welcome. If blood gets spilled here, it could destroy the fragile alliance holding together the Daggerfall Covenant. We need to defuse this situation as quickly as possible. Damn it. Dame Follett is holding the envoy up at the gate, isn't she? Never questioning orders is Follett's strength and her weakness. I'll have to send word to make an exception. Meantime, I actually have a task you'd be well suited for.
All right, tell me about it, big dog.
It's a sensitive matter. We've intercepted secret messages to King Faharajad from someone inside the castle who goes by the alias of Almundine. My hope is that a little research in the library might reveal where this term comes from.
On another subject, you look into ghost pet for Necro, if you were to make one. I have not looked into the Necromancer class very heavily yet, but I'm going to trust your guys' judgment, and I'm going to go ahead and probably start working towards that one as soon as I hit 300. I'm so close.
Unfortunately, the Duke requires that he personally approve all visitors to the library, and he can't know about this. The library guard, Sir Gregory, perhaps you can persuade him to look the other way, or, failing that, to leave his post. Again, you must keep this quiet. The Duke is already overwhelmed and...
But, I do plan on using the ghost to start out with, at minimum. I just want to hit 300 before I transfer over. And I am so close to that. I'm guessing the library must be in the basement then?
Hold it right there. This is Duke Nathaniel's personal library. No access without his express permission.
And you're going one bar? I haven't fully committed or decided on that, because I actually need to go back and refresh myself on what each one of the buffs do that the Oaken Soul gives you, and then I need to look at what skills I'll end up doing as the Necromancer tank. And then once I see what those do, because like sometimes they offer buffs, and I don't want to have two different items, like an item and an ability, giving me the same exact buff because they don't stack. If they stacked, I mean... But, yeah, no, I have to look at all of that individually. But again, as soon as we hit 300, we're making a necromancer. And I hate to say this. It's going to hurt to say this. But I think it's going to be a Breton Daggerfall Covenant necromancer. The reason I think that is because I do need to make characters for the other factions so I can unlock the banners for housing decorations. And if I'm going to be a Breton, I might as well just give him his home faction to start with. You know?
If it's an emergency, you want the armory, not the library. It's just books in there. Honestly, I don't know why the Duke's so worried about it, but he is. If I let you in, I'd be kicked out of the castle. Probably my wife, too.
Minor stacks with major. Oh, yeah, I know that one. But, like, for example, I have a back bar ability, or ability that I can equip, that as long as it's equipped as an arcanist, it just gives me major brutality and sorcery. But my Oaken Soul Ring gives me major sorcery and brutality. So it's one of those, like, they give me the same exact buff. It's not like one's major, one's minor. Because I know the major's a minor stack. But, like, if they're both giving you major, like, say you have major maim and major maim. Well, it's not going to stack to major maim times 2. It'll just be major maim, the standard, if you only had one item, right? Or one ability giving it to you. That's the things I got to check for, is the overlap. Your wife might be sad if your pretty face got mangled. Let's do that one.
Hey, that's not very nice. My face is nice, though, isn't it? I don't like being threatened, though. Of course, it's not like anyone would know if you went in there.
Exactly. I'll be fast.
All right. You can go in, but don't say a word to anyone about this, or I'll lose my job. Remember, not a word.
Let's see. So, Minor Slayer. Let's see. 15%. Increase physical spell resistance, magica recovery, weapon and spell damage, recovery by heavy attacks, arena monsters, damage done, damage taken, crit, weapon damage, spell crit rating, increase spell crit, increases healing done. Gain ultimate, reduces damage taken, increases weapon crit, increases spell damage, and increases your damage done. See, I think that I'm going to end up running an Oaken Soul on it. I really do. I really think I'm going to end up running Oaken. It's either Oaken Soul or this one. I was looking at... I think it's this one. Restore 20% of your damage you deal as health. Value is increased by 4% per ally you are grouped with, and you cannot be healed by anyone by yourself, your pets, or your companions. Now, I was looking at doing that. If I do this one, though, I'm gonna... that would be an Undertaker build. So, restore 20% of the damage I deal as health. This is valued as increased. Because... where's it at? Where is it? No, it's a DLC area. It is... Yeah, this right here. Adds 4% healing taken, adds maximum health, adds 4% healing done, so that 20% just got an 8% increase. And then when you deal damage, you apply minor lifesteal for 8 seconds, then healing you and your allies. So like doing Undertaker with Pale Order, I think that would be pretty fucking lit. Let's see here. Yeah, I wondered because there's 2 pets for Necro, Ghost, which heals, and the Skeleton Mage, which deals more. I'd honestly run the Ghost. If I do run a pet, it's gonna be Ghost. Hey, Devix, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. But yeah, I was thinking Undertaker with Pale Order would be a pretty nice build too. It's gonna be the royal lineage of Sentinel, I bet. Okay, so through confidence, Grandi Marco, who did marry on Phoenicia. Royal Master for her only issued yet. Shots revenge lost her life giving birth. None the last royal majesties ever glided. Okay. Good, good. Trying to one piece armor, but can't get it in the one. What piece of armor are you looking for?
Sometimes a true knight must undertake a mission that requires reading books rather than slaying monsters. Such is what I asked of you. Did you learn anything in the library? I feared as much. We have to proceed carefully now. We don't want to alert the Duchess or King Faharajah to the fact that we know about the secret communications. I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to speak with the Duke about this. The fact that the Duchess is sending secret letters to her father is serious cause for concern. We need to know exactly what they're planning, though. After speaking with King Faharajad's envoy, Duchess Lakana asked to go out and negotiate with the Redguard General herself. Clearly, we can't allow that. But the Duchess is refusing to let the envoy leave to deliver her message. My thoughts exactly. And in so doing, you would win her confidence. You already helped get the envoy through the gates, so Lakana will be inclined to trust you. Go speak with her upstairs. Do whatever you must to learn her plans.
Alright, so Mother's Sorrow. I'm pretty sure that's an overland set. I know that I've picked up pieces for it. Yeah, Mother's Sorrow, Deshawn, Overland. So, let's see here. Mother's Sorrow. Public dungeon bosses. So you just gotta go and farm the public dungeon bosses. And it's the shoulders, hands, and weapons. In zones without public dungeons, these drops for other mentioned sources. Rings and necklaces and zones without. So yeah, public dungeon. Just the bosses there. Are you on PC? Or are you on Xbox or PlayStation?
Dorima told me you spoke to Sir Hughes about Dame Follett. Thank you. You don't know what a relief it is to have her here. I am an outsider in Alcaire Castle, with no one I can fully trust. Sometimes I even wonder if I can trust the Duke. Because there have been several attempts made on my life, all
Give
from
me a
someone
moment.
within these walls. An Alakir poison intended for my lips killed one of my tasters just a few days ago. There are many rivals for the throne in Alakir. They despise the Covenant, and they would kill me to destroy it. My father has been trying to identify the assassins. I must speak with General Thoda at the camp outside, but I am forbidden. Can I trust you? You did intercede on our behalf with Sir Hughes. Very well. But General Thoda will not expect you. You will need to get his attention. It may be difficult, but if you could best some of his warriors, he will want to see you. Thank you. Things are truly desperate when a daughter of King Faharajad must rely on the generosity of a stranger. But I do believe in you.
Okay. There's not guild vendors here. Let's see here. Is there guild vendors here? There is. There's a single one. So, let's go do this. Bum 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 bum. Let's go take a look. See what the price range on that damn thing is. Bum 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 bum.
Take a look at what I've got here.
Bum bum.
Come!
I wish you could just search for the gloves. I just don't know. Let's see here. Let's see if we can figure it out. Bulwark, arms, belts, boots, bracers. Probably bracers, right? Gauntlets, gloves. Which one are you looking for? Gauntlets, gloves, or bracers? Light, heavy, medium. Gloves. Okay. None.
Come, do your...
I've got...
There's a pair right here for 7,000. There's actually two pairs. One's for 20,000 and another's for 7,000.
Speak of your...
Good to see.
May this
So yeah, at Garthwood, this guild trader right here, if you got 7,000 gold, he's got it for sale for 7,000 gold. And then let's see, where else can we look? I'm in a guild that actually has a guild vendor here. I don't have a teleport there. Okay, let me check this one real quick. Ooh.
This one has what
Is
you
it for PvP or PvE? PvE? Okay. My game name is Scareborne, spelled exactly like it is on my channel. Add me, teleport to me. This one, my guild that I'm in, or one of the guilds that I'm in, their vendor is selling, it's a blue version for a little over 8,000, but it has divines, which increases your Mundus stones, which is what you want for PvE. So this actually has the trait you want. Okay. Teleport to me anyways. I'll buy it.
How can I help you?
Binds on equip. Okay, cool. So as long as I don't equip it, we're good. But yeah, so add me, teleport to me, and then I'll just give them to you. That was pretty lucky to find ones where they had divines on them at a reasonable price. That was pretty cool. Cool. Now teleport to me, and then I'll just trade them to you. Ah, here we go. And invite to trade. Attach items. And there you go. Go there. And there we go. Now you're all squared away. Oh yeah, not a problem. Not a problem. That's part of the cool thing about the ESO community is like everyone helps everyone whenever they're able, you know? Had plenty of people help me out. So anytime that I get a chance where I'm actually able to help someone, I am all about it.
What have we here? You come strutting through our... You think so? Let us dance then. Not bad.
Ha! Who is this? Nothing would please me. Let us dance then.
Bum, 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 bum.
Not bad.
There we go. So we've beaten a Bravo. We've beaten a champion. More champions and Bravos. Alright, well. 3 champions, 2 Bravos, I think.
My sword arm.
As am I. Watch and see it.
Let us dance then.
Oh!
Well fought.
Hey, that champion doesn't want anything anymore. He's like, nah, we're good. I saw what you
You
did.
should walk with me. Very well. Let us dance then. Well fought.
This is a mill. As am I. Let us dance then. Well fought.
And there we go.
You don't look so dangerous. Yet you waltz into my camp and pick fights with my soldiers. Tell me why I should not simply cut off your head where you stand.
I know it says because the Duchess sent us, but the reality is because I could whip the shit out of your entire goddamn army and there isn't a single thing that any of you could do to stop me. So you're definitely not cutting my head off, big dog. I beat the shit out of 5 of your soldiers already, and they didn't even so much as scratch me, except for 1 stunned me. But it didn't do any damage. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Good luck. You can try. Can I fight you for command of the army? Because, like, I'm down for that. Duel to the death. Winner takes the army.
The princess. She is all right then. That is good. King Faharajad sent me to protect her, but there is little I can do from out here. I do not wish to start a war, but I will if my king orders it. I await new orders even now. Ah, yes, indeed. The poison maker was quite stubborn, but he spoke a name with his dying breath. It means nothing to me, though. He said, follow it. She is. Then she is in the castle. Go then, quickly. Tell Lakana so that she may be prepared for this wench assassin.
That was the one at the gate. And they said that her issue is, her strength is her weakness, which is she follows orders to the letter. So,
An undead werewolf took over Camelot.
does that imply that she's following orders from somebody else? That someone else commanded it? We know the Daedric Prince Vermina is dealing with stuff in here with people. So it could be one of those situations where someone's hit with the Daedric Prince Vermina and they're giving orders to the one person that won't question them.
It is a relief to see you returned. I fear I might have asked too much. Tell me, though, did General Thoda have any new insights into the source of these assassination attempts? What? The Knights of the Flame are sworn to protect me. Why would one try to take my life? I know Dame Follett spoke out against my marriage to the Duke, but I can't imagine how that could motivate her to murder. I hope Dame Follett was acting alone in this. If there is a wider conspiracy, I fear for what that might mean for our future.
The one thing we know about Dame Falut is that she follows orders without question. So that right there, period. That right there tells us that it is a wider conspiracy, that somebody else is giving the order.
No, this will not do. To run would be to surrender to this madwoman's hatred. Follett is the one who must pay. Though I don't always agree with him, Sir Hughes is a good man, and I trust him. Tell him of Follett's betrayal. He will see justice served. I can't believe my suspicions were so far from the truth. The assassin being a Breton only makes this situation more volatile. Please, tell Sir Hughes and ask him to resolve this matter swiftly.
Okay. Sir Hughes, we need to have a chat, big dog.
I trust you've earned the Duchess' confidence by now. That's good. Have you been able to learn why she was conspiring with her father? After the attempt on her life, that makes sense, but why go to her father? The Knights of the Flame are here to protect her. It makes no sense. Why would he send an army here? The assassin's poison came from Alakir. The Duchess said so herself.
Yes, but it was Dame Follett who purchased the poison.
Dame Follett? Are you...
Follett.
Are you certain? That's a grave accusation. Of course she was opposed to the marriage. We'll have to question her, but sending a Knight of the Flame to apprehend her might not be wise. I was hoping you might volunteer. That would help avoid a scene.
Alright, let's do it. Unless she's being affected by the Daedric Prince Vermina. If she's being affected by the Daedric Prince Vermina, then she would be delusional just like the constable was. Paranoid.
Isabelle Valois, at your service.
Come on, Izzy. We gotta go arrest the Knight of the Flame. Oh, you're not Dame Follett.
This is what it comes down to.
You're a skinwalker. Because that's the real one.
You were spectacular. Stendar's might flowed through you. I could almost see it.
Unless... Unless it's just they fail to unload one of the bodies. I mean, that's possible. Could be possible that there's only meant to be the one. But we'll find out.
Where's Follett? Did she run?
No, she attacked and I killed her.
Sorry to hear that. You did what had to be done. I wish I could say there was no longer cause for concern. Somehow, though, I just don't think that's the case. Something about all this just isn't adding up.
Yep. It's hard to believe the Follett was acting alone.
Indeed. I would very much like to discuss this with you further, but not inside the castle. My home is past the market. If you'll give me a moment to settle matters here and check on the Duchess, I'll meet you there and we can talk.
All right, let's go. There we go. Where are we going? There it is. It's like, where is this place at? These are tents. It's this place. Ooh. You have the envoy detained in your house? That's not good. You're a traitor too.
Did Sir Hughes send you to kill? You're not here to... Oh, merciful Stendar! Lacana! No, she's not safe. Hughes is going to kill her. He's crazy. Something about his dreams. If you don't believe me, check his journal.
Okay. Vermina got him. Vermina got him. All right, Raj. Gotta go put the old man down. Gotta give him the old Yeller treatment. What? What?
What?
Knights of Flame, Sir Hughes.
She cannot be dead. This cannot be real. Lacana.
Sir Hughes? Was he mad? He was supposed to protect her. How will I explain this?
I don't understand. Sir Hughes served me for so many years. Loyally.
His dream suggested that you...
Dreams?
Yep.
That maniac murdered my wife on the basis of a dream? He will die for this.
Good.
You must help me find him. He's probably gone to Firebrand Keep. Please, do it for Lacana.
At this point, you should be bringing in the Alakir army from outside to avenge this. If you don't, you're gonna fuck up a major alliance. They need to have a say in avenging their princess. That's about the only way you can fix this diplomatically at this point, is like bring in the Alakir to A, attend to the Duchess's body, and B, be part of the hunting down and exacting vengeance alongside the Order, right? Make them do it together. And you would need your character, the protagonist, to mediate that, because both sides have a rapport built up and a level of trust with your character. So your character would also have to oversee that diplomatic relation and transition.
Oh, nice. What did you find?
Nothing. Sigic portal. Ooh, 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 ooh. When you take melee damage, you deal 1,266 poison damage to the attacker. This effect can occur once every 1 second and scales off your weapon armor. Your weapon and spell damage. See, it increases your health, increases your stamina, reduces the radius you can be detected while sneaking by 2 meters, reduces the cost of sneak by 10%. That's a pretty dope set right there. That's kind of cool. I bet Nightblades just love the shit out of that one.
You're looking for Sir Hughes, aren't you? Get in line. We've been waiting for him to come and clarify our orders for days. He returned all right, but mumbling incoherently. Know what that means? Just more confusion. I think Hughes has lost it.
You're right, he murdered the Duchess.
The Duchess is dead? Hughes killed her? Oh, for Mara's sake, I didn't think he was that crazy. I guess that explains why his orders were so confusing. Good thing we didn't march on the Red Guards at Alcaire Castle. So I guess if Sir Hughes killed the Duchess then, crazy or not, the Duke is gonna want him to answer for that. I guess this means we're gonna have to find a new leader.
Where is he now?
He went into the keep. Sir Croix might be protecting him, though. Finding Hughes may be difficult until we clear up all the confusion here. You should talk to Sir Edmund. He's just up...
Alright, Sir Edmund.
Taking it. If you've come to Firebrand Keep to petition for help from the Knights of the Flame, I'm afraid you'll be disappointed. Our leader, Sir Hughes, seems to have gone mad, and the Knights are divided over whether or not to follow his last order.
Sir Hughes is mad, and he killed the Duchess.
This is far worse than I thought, and makes our cause all the more critical. Sir Hughes just returned to the keep, acting strangely. He's in there with Sir Croix, who is making preparations to attack the Red Guards at Alcaire Castle.
We have to stop them.
Myself and these others were exiled for standing against Sir Croix, but we are too few at present to retake the keep. There are other knights in the keep who are questioning Sir Croy. Could you go in and look for those who would join us?
Absolutely, big dog. I got you.
If Alcaire falls, what's next? Wayrest? If these Red Guards mean to invade, we have to stop them here.
The plan of attack the Red Guards is wrong. Help Sir Remnant already take the keep.
You would have me disobey direct orders and turn against Sir Croy. Loyalty will prevail.
I mean, I will just continue to put you down. I am cool with that.
If Alcaire falls, what's next? You would have me disobey direct orders? Defend yourself, then.
I like how I'm just killing these troops, and nobody else is getting mad about it.
Preparing the entire... You're right. This doesn't make any sense at all. My duty is to do what's right, not to blindly follow orders. I'm with you.
Good.
If Sir Hughes really wants to right, this doesn't make...
All right. Oh, we got two of them. We got them both. Nice.
I never thought I'd see that. You would have me disobey. Loyalty will prevail.
I'm a knight. You would have me disobey. Loyalty will prevail.
No, 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 it won't.
Preparing. You're right.
There we go.
I'm rather busy right now.
It's weird that we couldn't explain what he had done. We just had to say, oh, it's wrong. Don't do it. Help us attack them instead. That's not a very good or convincing argument.
I knew more of my fellow knights would come to see the insanity Sir Croy means to unleash at Alcaire Castle. I think we have enough knights now to retake the keep. I've sent them to take up strategic positions. Indeed. Taking up arms against our fellow knights is something I know none of us wishes to do. But Sir Croy has forced this upon us.
Why?
This is unpleasant business, but let's get on with it.
Legitimately, I feel like I can just, like, walk through that front door and just whip the shit out of both of them and call it a day. I think that would work. I don't know why we need to have this major battle. Think we should preserve the numbers, I'm just saying.
I've told the knights positioned around the castle to attack on our signal. There's a siege horn mounted atop Firebrand Keep's main hall. If you are willing, I would ask you to go there and blow the Knights of the Flame stand fast.
I guess we're doing that. Again, I feel like I can just walk in there into the keep and stomp them all out and call it a day. Nobody else has to die. Ah, now they are thinking it's... Now they think it's the Duke. Well, that's exciting.
Well?
We caught them by surprise, and I think we have the upper hand. I've been wounded, though. I don't think I'd be of any more use in the battle. I've done what I could, but I failed to find Sir Croy. Now I fear he would best me quite easily. I need you to do this. I believe the other knights will stand down if we can defeat Sir Croy. Will you? He's in the eastern garrison. Kill him. Put an end to this.
Okay.
There's another siege horn on top of the garrison. When Croy is killed, blow that horn. The knights will pause, and I'll use that moment to call for an end to the fighting.
If you insist, big dog. I don't know why we didn't just do that in the first place. There we go. Push on through and kill everybody. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right.
We're still standing. Be proud of that.
At last. The outsider who rallies my knights to rebellion. I'm going to
There we go. He's down. And there's the horn. We did it. And let's drop down. And where is he? Outside here. Looks like I need to go back inside anyways. No. We're going back inside because there's a lore book in here, according to the map I'm looking at. Just a matter of finding the damn thing. So maybe it's above me? Nope, it's downstairs. There we go. Much better. Got it. Well, let's head on down this way, and where are we going? Back to the other side of the garrison, it looks like. That was Sir Croy. And we've taken both sides now. So, where's Sir Hughes?
Loyalty will prevail.
I grieve for Sir Croy and all those who died fighting for him. But there was no other way to save them. Indeed. With Sir Croy slain, I am assuming command of Firebrand Keep for now. Needless to say, preparations to march to Alcaire Castle have been called off. Killing my fellow knights to restore order was hard enough. But this matter with Sir Hughes is unthinkable. He's down in the infirmary. I'm told he was raving about killing the Duchess before he fell unconscious. I don't know what to do.
I'll handle it. The Duke sent me here to find him.
Then I suppose you must. Whatever crimes he may be guilty of, you should know that Sir Hughes was always an honorable knight. I simply must believe that his recent actions are caused by some form of insanity.
You know what should be what they should do? Because if we have him now and he's alive, we should hand them over to the Alakir and let them just deal with it.
The infirmary is below the Great Hall. Speak to the healer there, Odette. Get her assessment of his condition. Again, I would plead with you, if his actions are truly driven by madness, show mercy.
We'll see about that, big dog. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We know it was the Daedric Prince Vermina, but like, still.
If you are wounded, you may take a bed in the corner. I will tend to you as soon as I can. I'm sorry to say that Sir Hughes is in no condition to talk. I tried to help him, but this is simply beyond my ability to treat. It seems to be some type of curse. He came in mumbling to himself, and soon he was just gone. I do not think you could cause his condition to be any worse, so you are welcome to do what you like. I warn you, though, curses like this are very unpredictable. If you start to feel dizzy, I would suggest stepping away.
All right. This is his nightmare.
The Duke should not have wed King Farazad's daughter.
Yep.
King
This is a nightmare.
Farazad is planning to invade Alcair. Duchess Lacana is a spy.
Leave my room at once.
She and her father are plotting against us. Care to fall into Redguard hands.
Duchess Lacana is orchestrating an attack on Alcair. She must be stopped.
The Duchess has betrayed us.
Please!
I have to stop her. Whatever it takes. What have I done? I killed her. She deserved it, didn't she? I know she did, or I think I know. Is this real? No. It's a never-ending nightmare, whether I sleep or not. I killed Duchess Lacana. The omen whispered in my mind, poisoning my thoughts. Now it tortures me, forcing me to watch the murder again and again. The omen of fear, always with me, always whispering, telling me about the Redguards, about Lacana. I believed it, but it was lying. I murdered an innocent woman and betrayed the Duke. Now it's hiding, but it's not gone. We have to kill it. You have to kill it. My sword. In the dream, I left it in the throne room. The omen is drawn to it. Find the sword and...
Okay, so are we gonna get... So he's aware that he already committed the murder. He's aware he betrayed the Duke. So he's owning that. He also understands what happened.
I can see your fear.
All right, defeated.
I will never get tired of watching you fight like that. Well done.
You killed the omen. May the Eight bless you. My mind is free. Yes, I'm all right. But not absolved. I ordered the Knights of the Flame to rebellion. I murdered the Duchess. I betrayed the Duke. These stains on my honor cannot be washed away.
All true. All true. Legitimately, just hand him over to the Alakir.
Sir Edmund sent for me, and I came as soon as I could. Sir Hughes does not plead for clemency, yet he says his mind was not his own.
He was under the influence of Daedra, but it's dead now.
As strong as my anger may be, I sense truth in your words, and some change in Sir Hughes's character. But he murdered my wife, and for that, I can find no forgiveness.
Then will you have him executed, Your Grace?
He asked me to take his life and restore honor to the Knights of the Flame. But my emotions are too strong. I cannot trust myself to make the right decision. You were in his dream. You saw what drove him to murder. You must decide his fate.
Yep. Could you resist the danger is the first question. Is it possible? What recourses could he have taken, and did he notice? Why didn't he follow procedure? Because he could have reported his findings to the Duke. He could have sought out proof.
Then Sir Hughes will have his wish, and Lacana will be avenged. Go ahead, Sir Edmund.
Forgive me, my old friend.
One clean blow. Strike swiftly now.
Sir Edmund will stay on as leader of the Knights of the Flame. He is a good man and loyal, though I fear I will never trust anyone fully again. The honor of the Knights of the Flame has been restored, and Lacana's murderer is dead. However, nothing can bring my wife back. Though the immediate danger is past, I fear this might be more than an isolated event. Sir Hugh's driven mad by nightmares, and I've heard the constable in Coghlan village was similarly affected. We need to know more about this so-called omen.
Okay. So we gotta go to the Abbey. So this one. Okay, so let's see if the map will work. Discovery not possible. I get this, like every single time that I try to use this. It's never worked. Even the one time where it's like, ah, yes, we found some people. It didn't give me any new markers. It gave me the same exact markers I already had. There wasn't anything new. And I was still missing markers at the end of it. As far as the waypoint goes. I mean, really, it's just like, let's run out there. There's not a faster, better way to get there, so...
You there, in the name of the Knights of the Flame, I ask your assistance.
Nope. Nope. Take it up with your new leader. Alright. Where's the lore book? I see it. There it is. Alright. Keep going. It's interesting that there's such a heavy patrol presence here. I don't think I've seen such a heavy patrol presence in any of the other territories we've been in. Not even in Glenumbra.
Fire! Help! I don't understand how this could be happening. We have no feud with the Midnight Union. Why would they suddenly come here and destroy the Abbey? Certainly! The bandits set everything on fire. The whole place is going up in smoke, and they're preventing us from putting the fires out. We weren't prepared to fight. If you'll help extinguish the flames, it would be a tremendous favor. Take this bucket. If you can get to the well and fill it. I don't know any other way. The larger fire may not be so easy. Just focus on the... I appreciate your assistance.
Okay.
But I would not want you to think of the Spirit Wardens as helpless. We are a capable lot. But to be attacked out of nowhere like this, and by the Midnight Union, we were just caught off guard.
Who's Midnight Union?
Smugglers mostly. And gamblers. Even petty thieves. But they've never been ruffians.
Ah. You can give me control of my character yet? Why can't I? There we go. Thank you. It's like, why can't I move? Okay. It's not giving me the option to, like, put out the fires? No? Okay. Not those ones. You're not allowed to do those ones. There we go, and that one explodes. Ooh, look at this. There we go. There we go. So, are they being affected by Vermina as well? Is that just like the... Is this all gonna be Daedric Prince? Well, I mean, the last one was werewolves and undead. Well, undead werewolves. What do we got here? What do we got? Bum, 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 bum. Dr. Sister Sophia. Alright.
I can see that many of the small fires have been extinguished. Thanks for pitching in. I think we've saved enough crops to make it through the winter. I hesitate to ask you for further assistance, but if you're willing, your help would certainly be appreciated. Our leader, Abbot Duroc, left some time ago and hasn't returned. I fear he may be injured or worse.
Okay, where'd he go,
Abbot
though?
Duroc and a few others went to the Cave of Dreams on the North Ridge. Duroc wanted to get something to help put out the fires. Brother Hakam went after them with a scroll of return to help get them back sooner. Now I worry about Hakam too.
Okay.
Both. But look for Brother Hakam first, with the scroll of return.
Alright, so let's go find him. So they're in the Cave of Discovery where we just Ooh, nope, you are one of the dead dudes. Oh, the abbot is still alive. Okay. Does the abbot have some combat experience and training? Hmm.
Friend or foe, declare yourself. No one... And I have more terrible news. Those damned outlaws cast a sleeping spell on Abbot Duroc. I can't wake him. He came down here for this scroll of summoning, said it would stop the biggest fire. I just hope it's worth what it cost.
Would this scroll of return help? I found it.
As Europe praise his foresight, this will get us back to the Abbey. Duroc said this scroll of summoning should be read near the largest fire in the field. Please, take it and use it there. I'll meet you at the Abbey when you're done.
But he's under the Daedric spells. Should we actually be following this advice at that point? Shouldn't we confirm first what we're summoning? I feel like blindly summoning anything is a bad idea. Okay. Please don't be hostile. Wow, that was actually useful. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
There are wounded to tend to, but I'm wounded myself.
Fuck it. Okay, what do you need?
You have to help me. The Midnight Union bandit. Oh no, I am a healer. I can take care of myself. It's the others. So many of my fellow wardens are injured. I was trying to help them, but I can't really go on. Take these poultices. It should at least help them get on their feet so they can get to safety.
Okay, so we gotta find the injured ones.
You will always be welcome at the Abbey.
Oh, I kind of figured, big dog. Kind of figured.
May Azura bless you for all your days.
Why are you guys worshiping Azura?
You will always be welcome at the Abbey.
May Azura bless you for all your days.
Alright, so let's go talk to the healer and let her know that we've done our job. We've healed her peeps. Everything's good. You.
I saw many of my fellow wardens make it to safety. Thank you. It's so ironic that we rely on a stranger's help after being attacked by those we considered friends. Thank you for asking. I'm feeling better already.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool. You are good then.
An Atronach. Really amazing. Jurok, you were right, my friend. You were right. He's still under a sleep spell. But I've learned something. The Midnight Union wanted us to panic. The attack, the fires, they were just a diversion. While we were distracted, they entered the Abbey and stole the Dream Shard. You must awaken Abbot Jurok. He'll know how to get the Dream Shard back. Talk to our healer, Frizweir. He's inside tending to the Abbot.
So at what point are we going to piece all this together that is the Daedric Prince to Vermina? Of Vermina. When are we going to piece all that together and figure out where the core of this is?
We can't create more dreamless potions without the Dream Shard. Without those potions, we...
12 out of 24, so maybe soon? Because, I mean, it looks like we're about halfway through. Unless it carries into the next area, which is entirely possible. Let's go get this fast travel point here first.
Definitely a breach here, mate. Say, I was thinking, maybe we should get something for Jasaja to cheer her up. I'm thinking meat of some variety. You meat brains like meat, right?
We've got a time rip somewhere. I wonder what's the radius on this thing. And of course it had to be somewhere where there's like lots and lots of hostilities. Of course it did. Why wouldn't it be? I don't see anything over that. Let's see how far down it goes.
Any battle we can walk away from, eh?
Okay, so it's not that way. Which means it's further this way.
What happened at Firebrand Keep was downright embarrassing. Glad you restored order.
Sounds like there's something nearby. Ah, it's a Psijic portal. Not what I was looking for, but I will take it. Gargoyles? That's not weird. I hear Nirnroot. Is that it? Nope. Not it. Okay, not seeing anything there. How far back does it go? It goes a fair distance. It's not up there. I wish there was like an indicator to use. Alright, so not this way. You know, kind of like the eye does for the antiquities. Like when you're in the area, you pop it and it shows you the direction. Like there it is. Finally found it. Finally found it. We got it. Let's do it. Boom. There we go. What do we got here? We've got 283. Right. Getting closer. Alright, so we need to talk to somebody here.
Things have never looked worse.
I've done nothing wrong! Say, I heard you recently arrived from Alcair. There are terrible rumors about Duchess Lacana. Are they true? Was she murdered?
Yeah. Influenced by a Daedra known as the Omen of Fear.
I am sorry to hear about the Duchess. She was a good woman. The Omen of Fear, you say? I recollect hearing something about such Daedra before. You should ask Abbot Duroc. He would know.
Okay. If you insist, we'll go talk to Abbot Duroc. Oh. Of course. That's the dude who's unconscious.
You're the one who helped save our fields. Listen, I may have discovered the source of Durok's affliction. It won't be easy. The spell enthralling the abbot traps him in sleep and forces him to dream. It's a clever spell, since the spirit wardens can't enter his dream. In fact, we can't dream at all.
Wait, why can't you... Tell me more.
We drink dreamless potions nightly. That's why we're immune to dream attacks from our enemies, the supernal dreamers. As of now, you're the only person in Pariah Abbey who can dream. The only one who can save Duroc.
That tracks.
We have another potion we rarely use.
The Dream Strider, yep.
It'll put you into a dreaming sleep. Then I can merge your mind with Abbot Duroc's. You must find him in his dream, figure out what holds him there, and awaken him.
You have to use the Dream Strider potion in Skyrim when you have to deal with the Vermina cult. Alright. 1 second, folks. We'll be right back. Take a quick break real quick, and then we'll get back to it. Please stick with me. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. White Wolf. Hey, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate the lurk. Hi all on break. Sorry, popping in. Nice, nice. Hope work's going smoothly. We're about to use a potion called Dream Strider Potion and go deal with this whole problem with the Daedric Prince of Nightmares. That's the plan.
Ah, Durak. You say we betrayed you, but the Spirit Wardens and the Midnight Union were never out.
Indeed. We serve two very different mistresses. Our dream is your nightmare. Welcome to the new world, Abbot.
You're
Well,
no
that-
dream spirit. You're real. Can you help me? Our allies have betrayed us. The Midnight Union are now enemies, and I failed to see it coming. I can't, my child. These chains bind me to my nightmare. However, it's still my dream. So I know one of the Midnight Union men outside carries the key to my chains. Slay them until you find it. Don't hesitate or fear. They're only dream spirits. In this dream state, only you and I are real.
Okay, sounds good. So kill all the bad things. A little better than usual, thankfully. Probably helped to have an hour. Huh? That's fair. Man, I am so close. 17 more levels. 17 more levels.
Did you find the key? Good. Once I've...
There is so many damn levels, zone quests here. The last province had 24. This one has 24 as well.
Things have never looked worse.
Without you, I'd still be trapped in that dream. Now we must work together to stop this threat to Stormhaven.
Alright, tell me about it.
You saw my dream. Clearly, Vermina's cult, the Supernal Dreamers, is behind this betrayal by the Midnight Union. The outlaws of the Union took the Dream Shard, but I fear it's for Vermina's evil purposes. We must recover it.
So, Pixie Aquatica. I'm going to be referencing some things from Skyrim. Just know that they're not spoilers. Every single thing that we kind of like see pieces of here, as far as like Daedric princes, various different races, magics, things like that, the stuff that we see in the Skyrim regions, which we're not currently in, all of that is in Skyrim. Like, you deal with every single one of the Daedric princes. Debated on the Daedric Prince of Order, because you do deal with Sheogoth, and Sheogoth is the Daedric Prince of Madness, which is the Daedric Prince of Order, just his insane form. So, with the exception of that, you deal with all of these Daedric Princes, to include Vermina, who we're going to be dealing with currently. So, it's not spoilers. I will say the Vermina's cult in the last game, in Skyrim, they had this really cool, like, purple textured design robe. I wonder if they're going to have that in this one.
I don't look forward to informing the king about this, but we must let him know as soon as possible.
Okay.
King Emmerich must be informed that without the Dream Shard, we won't be able to supply him the dreamless potions that protect him from the Supernal Dreamers. His Majesty might reward the one who brings him word of this. Would you do it?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Runahay, welcome in, welcome in. How you doing?
Seek out the king in Wayrest and give him the news. He must know as soon as possible.
All right, let's go talk to King Emmerich, the man himself. Did my captions freeze up? I think my captions froze up there. Nope, they reset themselves. There we go. But how you doing, Runahay? Anything new or exciting going on? Let's see, where are you sending me? You're sending me way down there, huh? Bum 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 bum. Which means I can just actually fast travel, because I already have the waypoints. Let's go down there. We're at 13 out of 24, so 9 more. Down below, there you go. No, it is up above. Just looking at the mini-map wrong. There we go. Much better. Bum 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 bum. There we go. Now we get to meet him.
Ah, you've come from Pariah Abbey, haven't you? Don't worry about giving me the bad news. I'm already expecting the worst. Really? I heard rumors of chaos at the Abbey, but I had hoped they weren't true. The Midnight Union's never really been a problem. I mean, sure, they engage in a little smuggling and gambling, but this, it just doesn't make sense. Well, we need to go straight to the source. The Midnight Union does nothing without the approval of Count Hosni at Tura. I can't imagine him being behind this, but one never knows. Hosni has a walled estate on the shore to the west of here.
So let's pay close attention this time to like his behavior through the storyline, because I want to see if it, because his behavior at the meeting of the three banner leaders versus what his personality, accomplishments, and deeds and everything are in lore are contradictory. So let's actually pay attention to him and see if we can make it make sense.
Strangely enough, the man has apparently chosen this same time to have a betrothal celebration, and I happen to have an invitation I won't be using. Go in my stead and talk to Hosni. Find out if he knows anything about the Dream Shard.
Okay. Raj, will do. Is it here in town? No, it's over here. Okay. So we need to circle around to the waypoint, and then we can use that as a jumping off area. There we go. There we are.
Halt! Go no further till you've spoken with me.
I do what I want. And you can go tell King Emmerich that I've been held up by you from completing his mission. I mean, like, up to you.
Count Hosni is in residence, but no one gets into the party without an invitation.
Well, I have an invitation.
Let me see. Ah, this is a platinum-level invite. The Count says you get to come and go as you please. That's more leeway than he usually gives his guests these days.
Alright, where can I find him?
He's in the manor with his betrothed, Lady Edema. Tonight's festivities have already resulted in 4 deaths. Better hurry.
4 deaths. And nobody's stopping it. With 4 people already dead?
Well, an unfamiliar face. I'm certain I didn't invite you. What's your business here?
And see, we haven't met, but from what I hear, you could use someone like me at your side.
Is that so? We'll see. Tell you what, I've got a task that needs doing, but it might get ugly. Take care of it for me, and you're in.
Okay. Okay, so we're infiltrating to get close so that we can investigate without asking directly. Okay.
Now,
that
let's
tracks.
see. I gather you want a piece of the Midnight Union's action. As for me, I have a family situation that needs to be sorted out.
All right, what do you
That's
need?
where it might. I want you to get the family signet ring. My father refuses to hand it over in protest at my involvement with edema. That ring should be my engagement gift. That and all it bestows. Get it for me, and I'll give you whatever you ask. I've put him for safekeeping in the guest house across the courtyard. I'd welcome him at our celebration, but he spurns us. Even a son can stand only. See that you succeed. My beloved doesn't like failure, and insists that I punish it severely.
So, Lady Edema is the problem.
I've just about had it.
Yeah, he's being corrupted by Lady Edema, and his dad knows it.
Did my son send you? Or are you just one of his feckless, doomed guests? Really? Did he tell you why he wants it? The signet proves ownership of our estate. Once he has the ring, my wife and I can be disposed of. So what did he buy you with?
But what's stopping him from just killing you and taking it then? Anyways, he stole a dream shard and I intend to get it from him.
So the story is true then? Well, I hope you succeed, but not at the cost of our lives. Hosni only spares me because I've hidden the ring. If he kills me, he'll never find it.
That
But I
tracks.
fear his next step will be to threaten my wife, Sarali.
Alright. Can't you protect her?
Hosni has separated us. He's put Sarali in the summer house above the beach. Go there. Make sure she's safe. And tell her about the dream shard. She and Hosni were quite close. If anyone would know where he'd keep such a relic, it's Sarali.
Alright.
Turn right outside my door and go to the west gate. Then just follow the path along the bluff to the summer house.
Alright, let's go take a look. Because, like, here's the thing. I'm not going to ask him, how do I know you're telling the truth? Because either you're telling the truth, big dog, or I'm going to come back. Nope. I almost messed that up. Let's go get this lore book first. So, I mean, there we go. There's not really a reason to ask him, because we can either verify it, or we revisit him and then punish him for lying and teach him why lying's a bad idea. All good to me. I'm working on behalf of your guys' entire faction king, so... Huh. Ooh, hey bud. How's it going? How's it going? A recruit? Really? Just a recruit? Surely you've got more guards. Ah, here we go. A charger, 3 recruits. So we're up to 3 recruits. 1 charger, 3 recruits. What else? Is she alive? She is. Surprisingly.
Keep out, you supernal brutes. Remember what happened the last time you tried to sneak in? I may be old, but my stiletto is still... Thank the Eight. I've been so worried since Hosni separated us.
Okay.
And now those supernal dreamers outside are threatening me. Though it could be that Hosni just sent them to intimidate me.
Well, at least she can hold her own, so, like, good on her.
I do. And I think that so-called Lady Edema is to blame.
Yeah, we came to that
I'm certain
conclusion.
she's why he's threatening Rihad and me. And I'd wager she's putting him up to even worse.
Yep. They stole the Dream Shard.
He did that? Then he's taken High Rock's main defense against Vermina's cultists. Oh, Edema's behind it all right. If only we could prove it.
What good would that do?
If Hosni stole the Dream Shard, he did it for Edema. And if so, he'll never give it to you. And you are here to recover the Dream Shard, aren't you? If you help me clear Hosni's name, I'll help you get it. I need evidence that Edema is controlling Hosni. Proof that her Daedric influence brought the supernal dreamers here.
Alright, what
there
evidence?
There must be some form of communication between her and the supernals. If you can find, say, letters from the cult to Edema, I could use them to clear Hosni's name when this is all over. I suggest searching their camp on the beach.
Alright.
Follow the path down to their...
Yeah, we came to that same conclusion as soon as we talked to the dude. It was the moment when he said that she doesn't like failure and believes that failure should be punished. As soon as that came out of his mouth, it was like, okay, so she is clearly the reason why all these things are happening. This is not your idea. No.
I need healing.
He has not responded yet, so guessing that he has stepped away or he's lurking without sound, one of the two. All right. Let's go. Got to turn this into the mom about the correspondence. Do 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 do.
Well, at least you're still alive.
Found the
Mara's
letters. There
heart.
we go.
This is exactly what we needed.
Yep.
I've been thinking about the Dream Shard and what I know about the Vermina cult. Hosni spends long periods asleep these days. I think Edema is using the relic to control Hosni through his dream.
Okay.
Edema's been giving my son potions. If you can figure out which one puts him into dreaming sleep and take some... There must be some way to get through to Hosni.
Alright, so you want me to go talk to a bard to figure out about the potions so that way we can prevent him from going to sleep or counter it? One of the two. She didn't elaborate why she needs the potion. She just said that we needed to identify it.
If you want me to play something for you, you'll just have to wait your turn.
I'd wager you can tell me about Hassani's sleeping potions.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Take a walk.
A bard needs a patron. If I'm going to save Count Hassani from Edema, I need to know what you know. Okay. Out of everybody, yeah, he would be the one that would be able to be seen, like, observe things without being scrutinized too thoroughly. So yeah, he would be able to know
I've
the
seen
information.
Hosni worship at a shrine to Vermina, and then take a sleeping brew. So check the shrine. The rest is on you.
Let's see, not good enough. I decide whether to break. I can't decide whether to break your loot or your fingers. Tell me more.
I think you're trying to intimidate me. Here's a Bardley riddle. If what's right is wrong, then what's left is right. And that's all you'll get from me.
So it's on the left side. Okay. Left side.
Someone found a magical talisman that will allow the Lion Guard to get into...
Alright, so where is... Here we go. If what's right is wrong, what's left is right. Boom. There we go. It worked.
You have entered my son's dream. Some uncorrupted part of him has sent me to tell you what you need to know. Yes, but the dream is Hosni's. Somewhere in this dream is the omen of blood, the demon from Quagmire that drives him to madness. You must... That which lives in dreams can be slain in dreams.
Okay.
If you kill Vermina's omen in Hosni's dream, it will be ejected from our world forever. And
That's a pretty sweet deal, actually. So where do they go, though, when they're ejected from Nirn?
Sister Sophia was never worthy of you.
At one time, there was a spark in Sophia, but she doesn't hold a candle to you. There is another woman. You can't compare to her. It's over.
Do you seek death? You found it.
Good. Bring it. She's a wisp mother.
I failed you.
A wisp mother. Those things are rough to run against in ESO and like not ESO in Skyrim in the very beginning. Like when you're not built up all the way correctly, like man, oh man, does that suck. They can become pretty overwhelming pretty quickly if you're not built correctly, and it's like super early in levels.
My betrothed lies dead before me, but all I can feel is relief.
You were controlled by one of Vermina's omen spirits.
Watched from a dream is a nightmarish reflection of myself, committed mad crimes of blood. I killed so many, I threatened my own parents. Righting the wrongs I did here will take years, but thanks to you, I can at least start. I have to repair the damage I've done. The first thing I'll do is order my guards to drive the supernal dreamers from our shore. Then I'll send for my parents. You have more urgent work to do. The Dream Shard must be returned to Abadurak at Pariah Abbey. I sense that Vermina's not yet done with Stormhaven. The Spirit Wardens will need the Shard to oppose her.
Well, that's exciting. Now, where is that Sophia person that we were seeing in your dream? I thought I had recognized that name from somewhere. Thought I had seen an NPC name that recently.
What is it?
Okay. And then just head on down there, we'll grab the waypoint and bounce up from there. Very nice. get you one of these. Ravina, Isabel, Rumba, Barbice, Barbara, Rihanna, Audie. No, none of those.
All hope seems lost.
It's you.
Here's your dream shard,
As I
big
had
dog.
foreseen, it is gratifying to have one's foresights proven true. Well done.
Alright, what should we do now?
You should have the honor of returning the dream shard to its place on Azora's statue. Please see that it is properly returned.
Raj Wilco. Bum 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 bum.
Thank you, mortal. I had my doubts, but it seems the abbot's faith in you was well placed. I will watch you more closely from now on.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
You have triumphed. The threat of Hosnia Torah's Midnight Union is quelled.
Okay.
And we can... Not yet. But you've brought us a great victory.
Foiled, and now we
Vermina's
have
immediate
this. The other
threat has been
warrants that I
foiled.
refuse the mighty weapon to fight.
And now,
Okay, cool.
Returning the Dream Shard to its rightful place is no small victory. But Vermina attacks on several fronts. Yes, Menevia is secure. But Vermina's dark... I'm glad you're in this with me. We must stop the dream.
Okay, so we gotta let the king now know that she's got another omen on the loose. Which, I mean, we've knocked out two: Omen of Blood and Omen of Fire. Omen of Fear and Omen of Blood. So I wonder what the next omen's gonna be. It's Brother Perry. I really thought that I had seen the Sister Sophia, or whatever the name was, around here. The one from the dude's dream. Where am I going? Up and around. Up and around.
I need a break.
Alright. There's a captain. There's a general.
Welcome back to Wayrest. It's good to see you again. Do you have any news? To be honest, this whole matter with the Dream Shard has robbed me of a few nights' sleep. I'll be a royal grump if we can't get this matter resolved soon.
You sound... Who is that? Oh, I know that voice. It is Bill Nye. Yeah, that's who I figured. That's kind of cool. So that is who that is.
Welcome back to Wayrest.
All right.
Well, there we go then. That wasn't quite so bad as Abbot Durock.
Hey,
made it
Kaz, welcome
sound.
in,
I'm
welcome
sure he
in.
had his reasons, though. What about the Daedra, the omen that was behind all this? I trust it's dead or gone.
Hey, Kaz. So I needed to go to sleep that day, but I had set everything up, so I was lurking in your chat, but I went to sleep, so I didn't get to see what your thoughts on Veilguard were, and like how far you got and whatnot.
In Garvadon? Why couldn't it be in Morrowind or somewhere else across the continent? Gods! We already have enough trouble in Garvadon. General Gardron says the Iron Hand ogres are far from being fully defeated.
Okay, and asked me to join them, so
Well,
let's
that's
go do
good,
it.
at
Let's go
least.
handle it.
You two are the experts, though I suppose that's a dubious honor. If there is an omen in Garvadon, I'm guessing it's similarly disguised? Gardren didn't report anything suspicious, but maybe it's worth asking Captain Ernell.
I'm restarting today. Looked up what classes and starting a mage, but past the very opening battle. What do you? So you're restarting and you're starting as a mage, huh? Okay. Lurking from work with no audio. Totally understandable. I appreciate the lurk. So you're gonna do a mage, huh? I gotta say, I genuinely had a lot of fun as a warrior. Just because, like, that shield throw ability is so freaking wild. And then you can build that up where it can pop multiple people. And then it hits them going through. And then it hits them on the way back when it returns to you. So it hits at minimum twice everybody that it hits. Which is really, really freaking cool. Especially you build that up just right.
Yes. Ernell was fighting with Gardren, but he's just been reassigned to shore up our defenses here in Wayrest. It may be a wild guar chase, but it's worth asking Ernell if he saw any signs of Daedric influence in Garbaden.
I mean, if you say so, High King. I'm not entirely convinced, Big Dog. I think we should just go and destroy the Iron Ogres, is what you're calling them. Like, let's just go deal with that. I'm sure it's one of them that has the omen. It'll be fine. Why don't we talk to this dude? No?
I recognize
Didn't
you
believe
from
me?
the stories.
Okay.
You're the one who helped save Count Atura, aren't you? He's
Oh,
an
okay.
old friend. I'm glad to make your acquaintance. Don't mind the guillotine. It's just for show.
What? Yeah, tell me.
Well, you know as well as anyone else, these supernal dreamers have been trying to recruit people all over Stormhaven. We're hoping this will serve as a deterrent. If we catch a cultist, we'll execute him. Nothing more than that. Sure enough, I was acting liaison to General Gardren out at Shinji Scarp, but he's worried that the ogres might break through and attack Wayrest. Gardren suggested to the king that I be assigned to organize defenses here, so here I am.
So is it the general that's getting paranoid, so he's splitting forces and wasting resources? Or are they having them set up the guillotine so that way it's easier to do mass executions from some traitors from within, part of Fermina's plan? Ooh.
Not that I know of. General Gardren's been losing sleep, worried about the ogres, but other than that, everyone's been sleeping just fine. Or at least as well as you can expect for a war camp. General Gardren is acting a little strange, though. It's not my place to question the general. But he does seem to be blowing the ogre threat out of proportion. That's just my 2 coppers, though. Good luck if you're headed out to...
You know, building a guillotine in the central square is never a good idea in any universe. That always inevitably backfires. Just don't do it.
What do you want?
Thanks for joining the other day. Haven't figured out the sound settings yet, so I just stream with no comms for now. Green Hell is a fun story. Maybe I can help. What type of comm issues are you trying to figure out? Welcome back. Welcome back. And let me know. So glad you enjoyed it. You know, it says that there's supposed to be a book like, right here. So the question is, because I'm not seeing one, is it inside? I think it's got to be inside, right?
If you're lost, I'm happy to show you the way out.
Nope, not in there. And my mic echoes louder. I don't know why. I changed my exchange settings. Come through the headset and it didn't work. Even muted expected. Are you doing it on? Are you using like OBS or Stream Elements or something like that? Or not Stream Elements. Oh, I can't think of the other one right now. But are you using like a streaming studio service? Like I use OBS, for example. Like, are you using one of those?
You want to make some gold, Walker?
Or are you doing it like directly from your PlayStation or your Xbox or whatever system you're doing it on? There's gotta be a damn book somewhere around here, unless there's an underground that I just don't know about. No, I stream straight from PS5. Nothing is streamed. Okay. So... One second here. I will get you an answer. Okay, so my son has streamed on PS5 directly from PS5. I have texted him to jump into the chat here. So whenever he reads it, he'll jump in the chat and hopefully he'll be able to actually answer that because that's how he streams most. It's how he used to stream. He hasn't streamed in a little while. There we go. Found the book. If you're in a some miniature games, the Amazon rainforest greenhouse story is fire. I'll have to look into like how rigid the survival stuff is and like, is it single player or is it like Ark and Conan where you're playing on servers and there's other players that you may or may not know on those servers. You guys are sending me over here. Okay. So I need way shrines. You do co-op with friends or only play solo. No servers where people in your lobby or can join. I hate those. Okay. Now that sounds actually kind of appealing. Is it like realistic surviving the Amazon? There we go. Thank you, Almost Evil. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. So, if you keep experiencing an echo, it's probably because whatever audio you're playing, your mic is still picking up. For example, if my headphones are too loud or the mic is too sensitive, it can cause an echo. So, just the sound balance then between music versus mic. Let's go get this other one.
You up for helping out a fellow adventurer?
So yes, it's somewhat realistic. I think you should. Okay. I may have to. I'll have to see about it. Because there are other things that I do want to get into. Like, I want to get into... Almost Evil. Question. Oh, wait. So maybe turn down mic volume on stream, but there are parties with the friends. Okay, so, like, you know... I think what he's saying is, like, you know how on your headphones you can increase the game volume? Or you can increase the... Sorry, you can increase your headset volume, or you can decrease the headset volume. So, like, turning your sound that you're hearing down more so it doesn't create the echo. I think that's what he's saying. Maybe? Or it might be the balancing of the chat versus game volume, or a combination of those two. But it's playing with the volumes, essentially. Oh, I was just about to ask something, too. Oh, no. What was it? Oh. Almost Evil. Question. The Hell's Divers game, because I know you've done that, is that cross-platform between PlayStation and PC? Or is it PlayStations with PlayStation and PCs with PC? What games do you... No, it's PC too? Okay. What games am I planning on doing next? I know this is going to be a primary for quite some time. Because I've got... to get 15 more levels, and then I'm going to create a necromancer. Do a little bit of that stuff. And I've got to rebuild all of my stuff on here. What other games? Honestly, I really wanted New Vegas to work. I just don't understand PC modding enough to know which mods I'm supposed to be using and not using to stabilize the game and just update the graphics. Like that, those are the only types of mods I'm using, you know, just quality of life improvements, nothing altering the game. So, but I don't know how to make that work without it causing tearing, which it's currently doing, and causing crashing and deleting of progress, which it's also currently doing. So I got to figure that part out. I would like to do some Helldivers, but at the same time, it's like I need to check the current player activity, because I know that's a player population driven game. And if there's just not enough people, you're not accomplishing much. Let me think. What else? What else? What else? I do have my Total War games that I really want to do. And I've got... Fallout 4 which I've never done with the PC mods, and I really want to do with the PC mods because Fallout London, I've never done that one. That sounds really cool.
Moloch, grant me strength, give me glory.
I'm not seeing a woodworking bench. Is there not a woodworking bench over here at all? Do you guys not believe in woodworking? Is it because you're orcs? Orcs don't believe in woodworking. That's a lie. Where's the woodworking bench? See? Mm-hmm. And I legit am actually like walking around and looking. They must just legitimately not have one. I was screwing with them, but no, I guess it's serious. They don't believe in it. Oh, wait. There's part of the camp that I missed. Maybe they got it over here. Nope. Okay. Helldivers wasn't my thing. I like cooperatively driven MMOs. And Helldivers looked really cool. You can only do 4 more squads and you can play it by yourself. It's just fighting at the end of the day, lol. I would definitely join fighters too, especially if Aquatica isn't. That's why